Thank you for staying with us. This is Dunn Show, and today we'll be talking matters youth and technology. And in our studios, we have three gentlemen, which I want to introduce to you. From my immediate right is Mhubiri Makatu, who is an opinion leader. Karibu sana Mhubiri.
Asante sana, nimekaribia.
After Mhubiri, we have Marvin Madegwa, who is the executive director for Heart for Youth Connect. Welcome.
Niko ndani. Thank you so much, Dan.
Thank you. After Marvin, we have my friend Valentine Lutsiba, who is a political analyst. Karibu sana Valentine.
Asante sana.
All right, so welcome to this show, and we just feel at home.
Yeah.
Feel at home. We need to talk, matters with youth, and at least we have a director of the Department of Youth here at the sub-county level. I'm not sure, you'll correct me if it is sub-county or county, and I know he knows matters to do with youth, and him coming from the church, he must be knowing about the youth. And also Lutsiba is a church leader and also a political analyst. So welcome to this show, guys.
Thank you so much.
Form 4s have just finished their exam. I think it was yesterday they did their last exam. And many of them are now out here. Maybe we need to talk about that. How should they carry themselves around? Are they now adults? Should they carry themselves as adults? Should they listen to their parents? Should they walk away from their homes? They have to go and look for themselves. Some parents say, now you are an adult, you can go and look after yourself. Now, what next after KCSE? Maybe if I start from Valentine, what next after KCSE?
Okay, langu kwanza, ningependa kuwapa pongezi kwa dada zetu na kaka zetu ambao walimaliza kidato cha 4 masaa kadhaa iliyopita.
Yeah.
La kwanza, jambo la kwanza ni mizo kwa ndugu zetu. Pia sisi tumepitia that channel. Na ukimaliza form 4 ni kitu tu moja. Ile wakati umemaliza form 4, be obedient to your parents and to your elders. After that, things will just open the way. So whoever will fail to be obedient to his parents or kwa ndugu zake, na hapo ndio utaanza kumesa. Kumbuka, baada ya kumaliza masomo ya sekondari, kuna maisha ingine ambayo unakuja kukumbana nayo. Vitu hazitakuwa rahisi jinsi vilivyokuwa shuleni. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, director. What next after KCSE?
Thank you so much, Dunn. Something that's troubling is that when these students are sitting their Form 4 exam, most of the teachers tell them, now you're going to face the world. And at home, the parents also tell them, I'm waiting for you to finish Form 4. Are you seeing that? So there is a drive that is set already in them that after Form 4, now I'm going to be a man, I'm going to be a woman, I need to take care of myself. And at this particular time, you see when you are at home, you are under the direct care of the parents. And when you go to school, now teachers take over. Yeah. Now you are walking away from school after your Form 4. You're going home. You realize that the people who used to wake you up in the morning, they no longer wake you up. You are very sure that when you go to school, you will get a tea break, lunch, and when you come home, there is something. These things are going to change. And now there is a world transition that is going to happen. And unfortunately, the school system, it doesn't prepare these people that when you go out, this is how you should behave. They just tell you, now, you have been so troublesome to us, now you're going to face the world. Go try there. I think we shall pick up this conversation from there. Now starting there, the world. Yeah.
Because they are coming now in the new world.
Yes.
And they have to provide for themselves. They have to take care of themselves. They have to basically do everything for themselves.
And in school, there is school rules and regulation. You are going home, you are brought up like kuku kienyeji. when the sun comes, they open the door, they set off. When the tafuta ikifika jioni, the dark comes, they come back. So that's now the law. It's called the jungle law that's never written anywhere. So if the system doesn't accommodate them very well, most mistakes happen right immediately after Form 4. There is where most mistakes, most students make mistakes. Yes.
Okay, Mhubiri.
Yes. Asante. Thank you so much again. Karibuni sana kwa show yetu. Pia leo niko hapa kujibu mambo muhimu matatu ambayo ndugu yangu ameuliza hapa kuhusu mambo ya watoto wetu. Najua vile mnajua mimi ni mchungaji. Pia kwa masuala ya kupigania haki ya wanadamu pia na kijamii niko ndani. Leo hii ningependa kuzungumzia maneno kuhusu watoto wetu, sana sana wale ambao wako nyumbani, wametoka shuleni, hata si wale wa Form 4 peke yao, hata wale ambao wako nyumbani na wanatarajiwa kurudi shuleni. Kitu cha kwanza, hawa watoto, kitu kinaitwa discipline ndio kitu kinatakana kiwe cha hali ya juu. Kwa sababu niseme hivyo, without discipline, hata kama tutasema tunalea watoto without discipline, haitakuwa sawa. Discipline imekuwa shuleni, na I can say ya kwamba unajua shule za saa si kama za kitambo. Kitambo ile discipline tulikuwa nayo ilikuwa ya hali ya juu. Lakini sasa unaona tumelegeza, tunasema ya kwamba mtoto akikosa uite mzazi ufanye nini, lakini mwalimu alikuwa anadili na mtoto kama mzazi wake. Lakini sasa unaona mambo yameshuka kidogo, watoto wamekuwa juu kuzungumza na watoto ni kama wamechanganyikiwa kidogo. But in real sense, tukirudi kwa mada ile ambayo tuko ndani, ni kwamba watoto wetu wametoka shule, wametoka kufanya mtihani, hawajamaliza. Wako na notion ya kwamba vile ndugu yangu Marvin amesema, they have a notion that sasa ndio tumemaliza shule, sisi ni wanawake na wanaume. No. Ukioa mtoto wa yule ambaye amemaliza Form 4 saa hii hata kusaidia, because kuna vitu mingi sana hajaelewa. Vile umesikia ukisema ya kwamba kuna vitu mingi ambayo inatakana ifanyike, ajengwe ndio akue mtu, arudi akae na wazazi wamjenge, waanze kumwambia hapa ukifanya hivi na pia youth wetu wawe ni watu wa kusikia. Kwa sababu wengi wao ukiangalia saa hii hata wasikizi wazazi. Kwa hivyo kukiwa na kitu kama hiyo, at least youth wasikize wazazi, na wazazi pia nao wasiwapeleke mbio, wawalete karibu na kuwaongelesha na kuwaonyesha njia ya ukweli. Lakini kile ninajua nikimalizia ni kwamba hii yote inaweza fanyika tukiwa na umoja. Tusiwe ya kwamba unataka kuongelesha mtoto lakini unamsukuma mbali, mlete karibu, msungumzie na atakuwa sawa sawa.
Okay. Now, we have noticed that things have truly changed. Like the things that we went through as youth are not the same things that the youth of today are going through. Are we able to contrast between the youth of the old and the youth of today? Like, how was life maybe in 2000s and how is life in 2025? Can we be able to contrast? Maybe we start with our director for youth.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry, I didn't tell you that I come from Heart for Youth and I'm the founder and director. Just a small flashback. When we were in school, parents, the discipline, especially when it comes to sexual abstinence, the matter to do with sexuality, they were so preserved, and the church, everybody was so much concerned about that matter, and everybody could tell you, wait, these things are sweet, the beautiful one are yet to be born. Oh, wait until after you are done. So my cousins and I, we really waited for us to wind up the form for then we get married. Waited to do away with this Form 4 thing, then we get married. And you see, that comes with this kind of discipline. Most of us here, we were post-colonial parents. Most of our parents were born during the country's liberation. And so the laws, the discipline, it was directly adopted from the colonialists. And you see, when we were growing up, just being seen with a girl on the road, it was a grave mistake.
Mistake.
And you see, we were this kind of children anybody older than you is your parent. So this person could take an initiative to beat you up thoroughly, then take you home, report you to your parents, then you receive another beating, then he joins your parents to beat you again. Then, if it were a weekend, on Monday your parents are taking you to school again. Then they report you to the teachers, then the teacher have also to make another rounds of beating. And you see, like, the kind of fear our generation had towards our parents and anybody who was older than our age, it was so paramount. You could shake if you see somebody older than you and you're doing something wrong. And the first thing you could do, you could go run, kneel down, and ask for forgiveness. Are you seeing that? True. Yeah? So, and everybody knew it is everybody's initiative. Look at today's young men. Try to correct your neighbor's child. The mother is the one who is going to come for you.
True.
Nani alikuambia ukuze mtoto wangu? Are you seeing that kind of a thing? Then there is a lot of liberation rights. Today you prepare a meal, serve your son on the table, he leaves the plates on the table. You call him, why are you leaving the plates on the table after you have eaten? It's not my work. You send him to do some minor chores around the house. Child labor, and sometimes they can even go and report to the police station or at school. So you see, there are a lot of things. There is laxity somewhere, and you know, especially now, it's being perpetrated by this generation that came from post-colonial parents. They say during our time we suffered. We suffered. Our parents were so hard on us. Oh, nothing. Like, just a very simple example. We had this box radios, ilikuwa za mbao, and babaka akiweka radio mahali, ameka KBC, apata haiko KBC. There is where
you have
battle
to explain.
Starts. The battle starts there. Na ilikuwa na kitamba ingine ya uzi inafunikwa. Akakuja angalia kitamba imefunguliwa. Are you seeing that? So, when now these children we are raising, baba yetu hakuruhusu tushike radio, hakuruhusu tushike nini, let me give them to our children. And the discipline now, you see it start going down because mimi na watoto wangu tuko sawa. And now that kama mama haizi akaniambia makosa, wewe ni nani kumwambia tu you are doing something wrong?
Okay, so Mubiri.
Yes.
Okay, wewe nafikiri ukiangalia hapa you are aged kuliko sisi kidogo. I'm not so sure. I don't know your age.
You have not asked my years.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure about that. But then can you contrast the old youth and the youth of today, just like director has done?
Yeah, asante. Sasa nikiendelea kuzungumza kuhusu maisha ya kitambo na vile sisi tumelelewa na saa hii vile director amezungumza, na nikuongezea tu kitu kidogo. Nitasema ya kwamba kwa kweli tulikuwa na discipline. Pale nyumbani nikikumbuka mimi, ilikuwa ni ukitoka shule, the first thing sio kwenda kula. The first priority. Ukifika pale unauliza mama, baba, ng'ombe mmefunga wapi? Wamefunga huko chini kwa mto. Unafungua ng'ombe na kuja, unachukua nyasi, unaikatia, unaipatia. Haya, kuna maji kweli? Hakuna maji. Unakimbia na mitungi haraka unaleta mtoni. Unlike today, unaona watu wako na pipe to water. Imagine maji yako hapa kwa mlango. Lakini pia yule mtoto wa saa hii kuchota yale maji ayaweke kwa mtungi hata ya kuoga mwenyewe. Anakuambia hapana, nilichelewa, sijui nini. Anataka umtolee pale kwa pipe, umwekee kwa mtungi mpaka umwekee wapi? Kwa bafu. Now you can see hapo nyuma naweza sema ya kwamba kimimi sasa it is like tulikuwa watu ambao tunaelewa kile mzazi anasema. Unlike today, I don't know, sijui ni sheria tu ndio imefanya hii maneno imebadilika, ama ni tuseme ni change of weather, ama sijui ni kitu gani, lakini nitaongea tu kusema ya kwamba there is something that we don't know. Inatakana wale ambao ni scientists wakae tuchimbue, tujue what happened. Hata kama tuko 21st century, yes, ambaye vitu zina grow azirudi nyuma, but inatakana turudi tujue ni vipi watoto wetu wanaweza kaa watuelewe kama wazazi, na sisi pia tuwaelewe na tuwaonyeshe mwongozo mzuri ambao unaweza wasaidia kimaisha. Unaona? Kwa sababu ukiachilia tu mtoto hivi vile ambavyo unaona mzazi anajinia, ndugu amesema ya kwamba mtoto amekosa na umemwona kabisa huyu mtoto anakosa, then badala umcorrect, ama hata ukimcorrect kama mzazi, unaona mzazi wake pia anakuja na ukimilia na kuambia no, wewe hauku wachana na mtoto wangu, mtoto ni wangu. No, mtoto ni wako wakati bado yuko kwa tumbo. Lakini unapozaa mtoto sasa ameanguka pale chini, ni wa dunia yote. Kila mtu anaweza mkosoa. Sasa hiyo imefanya mpaka wa sasa tunavyozungumza mtu hawezi guza mtoto wa mwingine. You cannot even correct anybody's child.
All right. So from what the two of you have said, I've realized it is the parents. The parents who feel like I've gone through a lot, I've gone through pain, and I don't want my children to go through pain. I've been disciplined enough, and I don't want my child to be disciplined. And that's why if you correct them, someone can come and ask you, why are you correcting them in the first place? Yeah. So am I right to say that parents are the ones who have caused this change in today's youth? Am I right if I say that?
Yeah. We start with that.
I'll agree with that.
Okay.
Even though they are still the same parents that raised us. Our grandparents raised our fathers and raised us. But those days life was even more communal. But today life is more individualistic. Are you seeing that? People used to live in a circular, all the grandfather and all the sons on a one compound. Yeah. And you see, we didn't have a lot of jobs. So it was everybody's responsibility to take care of the children. But if you see now these parents who grew up with that very tough discipline, now they feel they want to raise their children in their own way. And you see, westernization is also becoming a real problem. They are learning these things. We have a lot of this social media, TVs.
Soap operas on TVs.
Yeah. So what they see, they think that's the best life. Are you seeing that? When they feel that's the best life, then they want to bring it down. But look at our structure, our level of discipline, and you see that's where the whole matter starts going wrong. Yes. So it is the parent from their social cycle, then they bring it down. And we have very different, strange individuals even in our homes.
Okay, you've brought up the issue of technology, and I was moving to that. Because we've noticed that technology today is very advanced. It's not like how it was many years ago. And we can see that today, most youth are on social media. And there's an influence that social media is causing to this youth. And in fact, we can draw an example from Kenya. And we saw the Gen Zs on the streets. They were on the streets as a result of social media, the influence that social media is causing to these people. And because of whatever was happening at that time, it made them to come up with communities online, converse online, and as a result, go into streets. And we even saw our president was forced to now suit in their community. And we saw him at one point on X Spaces. And we saw, as a result also, there was a reshuffle in the CSS as a result of the youth going to the streets. Now, what would you say about this fact? You can see the spread of, communities on social media and their influence. Do you think that technology play a role in today's youth life, if we look at Gen Zs? Maybe we'll start with Valentine.
Okay, before I just comment on what you've said about the technology,
Okay.
I want to highlight three things. The youth of today who are in this situation because of three things. One, the issue of single parenthood is a major problem that will make this generation of ours to go down. Because unapata mtoto anapata mtoto mwingine. So ile malezi yenye huyu mtoto anapea mtoto mwingine bila baba, with absent father, it is a problem. Akikuwa mkubwa hakuna vile anaweza jua vile dunia inafanya nini. Hajapata ile maelekezo ya baba na mama. Anapata maelekezo ya mtu mmoja. So unapata hapo mbele kuna shida. Kitu ya pili pia, kitu yenye imetokea hapo awali, tulikuwa na kitu ilikuwa inaitwa communal parental care. But saa hii tuko na kile kitu yenye mtoto ni wangu, individual parenting. So hakuna vile mimi nitapata mtoto yako nimkosoe usikie kama ni njia mzuri. Kwanza utafurahia, utasikiza kama ni wivu. Sitaki mtoto yako. Alafu kitu cha tatu, kuna kitu chenye watu wengi waone. The moment the new constitution introduce something haki za watoto, children's rights, hiyo ndio ilimaliza kila mtu. Kwa sababu hata ukienda shuleni, mwalimu akikosoa mwanafunzi, hata akimpea adhabu ya kiboko, ile wakati mzazi anasikia hivyo, kitu cha kwanza anakimbilia kwa polisi kuchukua OP na kuchukua hii nyingine itongaje ya assault P3. Anaanza kufanya kesi na nani? Na mwalimu. Unapata paka mtoto nyumbani anaambia mzazi na haki yangu. Unajua kuambia mzazi ni haki yangu, mimi kimoni yangu anaambia mtu ni ile tunasema the love of the parents, kwa sababu huwezi lazimisha mzazi akupee shamba na hataki. So wakati ambapo tuliingiza kitu yenye nasema children rights, ndio maana vitu mingi zinafanya nini, kwa sababu mtoto anafanya makosa anasema hata ukinichapa papa ataenda wapi? Ataenda polisi, na mtoto amefanya makosa. So hizo ndio zimetufikisha mahali penye tuko. Na ile teknolojia, kwa mtazamo wangu, teknolojia kwa vijana iko na vipengele mbili. Ya kwanza kuna ile tunasema the positive one and the negative one. So kwa njia moja teknolojia imeharibu vijana. Kwa sababu unapata hata mtoto wa grade 1, PP1 wanangangania na mama yake remote. Sasa mtoto wa grade 1 ameshajua kungangania na mama yake remote. So imefanya vijana wengi wamekuwa tunasema laziness. Wamekuwa nini? Wamekuwa wavivu, wamekuwa wazembe. Au mtoto kufikia kwa miaka 10 ajui hata kufua nguo yao. Mtoto kwa miaka 20 hata ajui kupika chakula, hata kupika sukuma shilingi 10 ama kupika uji. So teknolojia kwa upande mwingine imetengeneza vijana wamekuwa wavivu, hata kujituma hawajui.
Okay. Yeah. I wanted to get the view of Gen Zs and the influence that social media had. Maybe director, if you want to shed some light on that.
Yeah, let me say something about the technology without straying from the subject that you have raised. Technology is a very important thing. We must appreciate the fact that technology is making our work easier. Some people, you can visit US, you can do a virtual tour in US when you are here. You can explore the streets of US, their culture, learn so many things. However, uncontrolled use of technology, it can be very disastrous. For instance, with technology, so many young men are working from home. Today, the conventional employment, it's actually vanishing away. And people do decent work from the comfort of their home and they earn from online. Somebody who has never pursued a course in ICT can go online, learn some concepts of ICT, and start doing their own things using the technology. But this technology is so open. It is so open, and there's a lot of information on the internet. Are you seeing that? This a lot of information on the internet. It's very destructive. Very destructive. For example, looking at the Gen Zs, the recent 2024 June demonstration. This thing was, I think Kenya was the first country to convene young people on social media. Then they ran a very serious campaign, advocacy, social mobilization online, and implemented it on the ground, and everybody went into a shock. Somebody said that they need to develop a discipline in this international university and these big universities. How Kenya did this and succeeded. You see, this is the change we are having now. Online communities. For example, now one day I saw something on the internet that phone is the only thing that disconnects people who are in one room and connects them to people who are far away. You can come home, you get into your house, and your son is busy on the phone. either watching cartoons online or chatting with friends. You say hi, okay mom, even they never bother look at you. If you are carrying anything on your hand, you come, you do your own things, you serve them food, that food goes cold when they are still on the internet. Now the thing is, what are you watching on the internet? Are you seeing that? I did a research in 2017 in Shinyalu, and I realized that one influences of early sexual debut, this is early sexual intercourse, it is social media influence. There is now internet all over. There is a lot of connectivity, and now almost every child in the home, grade 1, grade 2, 3, 4, they have smartphones. Their parents, because they want soft life for their children, they want them to explore, they have installed Wi-Fi, they can access internet. A lot of pornography, cyberbullying, and you see, children get lured into this thing. And the moment they are adolescent, there are so many changes in their body system. Yeah, there are now hormones, the attraction they used to have towards boys and girls start changing. Now it starts going erotic. Are you seeing that? So they want to see. And you see, we still have the African culture, don't engage in early sexual intercourse. And they want to know, what is this sex? We are open to pornography. Yeah. Are you seeing that? So by the time you realize your child is in serious sexual deviance without your knowledge. Sometimes you'll tell your other neighbors, oh, my child is very good. He never leaves the house. I'll leave him in the house. I'll get him in the house. Are you seeing? But can you go behind the curtain and see what this child does in the bedroom? Are you seeing that? So this technology, it brought people together for a cause. And now imagine, recently I saw something on TikTok. There's now this Gen Z hospital. Are you seeing that? Yeah. They started contributing money immediately. That's a positive thing. There's a lot of charity work that's going on the social media. Then there is also a lot of negativities going on the social media. Now parents now need to swing in fully and start now directing. I don't know if I have answered that. We can also hear from...
Yeah, you have... okay. I'd focused on the adverse, implications of social media and technology. And we were to move into the positives, which you have mentioned. And with the rise of AI and this age of AI, things have really changed. And we've seen this in Africa, and it's like it's growing from Kenya. Some people say Kenya is the capital of Africa. And I tend to agree with that.
True. I also agree with that.
Yes. Because it started here, something that started online, an online community, TikTok, X, and it goes to the streets. And we see changes. Now, we've seen it in Tanzania. We've seen it in Madagascar.
Yes.
And these are Gen Zs who now maybe are drawing their notes or are writing their notes from Kenya. Maybe, do you think this will grow into a movement, Mhubiri? Do you think this will grow into a movement that is now from Kenya, it's going to Madagascar, it has come to Tanzania, will it go to Uganda and other African countries?
Yeah, thank you so much. I think as per now, vile tunasungumuza, najua watu wengi wanatumunika na wanatusikiza sana. Nataka niseme hivi ya kwamba mahali tumefika na mambo ya Gen Z, si watu naweza rudisha nyuma. Why? Umesikia wamesungumzia kitu kinaitwa simu, ambayo ni technology ambayo imekuja. Mimi nikikua hii simu haikukuweko. Nimeiona kuanzia miaka ya hivi juzi ndio nimeanza kuguza simu.
2002.
Yeah. Ndio nimeanza kuguza simu. But I want to tell you now, mimi niko na mtoto ambaye yuko 2 years. And I can tell you, huyo mtoto anajua simu iko na password. Akipata simu ananiambia, baba, nitolee password. Then ananiambia, baba, niwekee TikTok ama enda uniwekee game. Naona? Na ukikosa kumwekea ile disconnect ambayo itakuwa hapo, huyo mtoto hata ukiweka hapo chakula atatoka hapa, kimbia enda alale kabisa, na hiyo imeisha. Kwa hivyo hapo mimi nitazungumzia kidogo kabla nijibu haya maneno ya Gen Z, kusema ya kwamba things are changing na zina change na speed. Na ile kitu ambayo mimi ningependa kusema, yes, hata hawa Gen Z ni watoto wetu. na lazima with the technology lazima vitu zitafanya nini, zitachange. Vile unaona zilichange, niliona kina Kimuzi kwa X, sijui kina nani bwana, mtu hayuko hapa, mtu yuko sijui ni Egypt ama sijui yuko wapi, lakini ana mobilize watu Kenya. Wakifika pale kwa Nenio Street, Kimuzi hayuko, na hata si Kimuzi, jina lake ni lingine, hii ameweka kwa X. Yeye ana mobilize watu, yeye anafanya kazi nje, lakini ni Mkenya na ana mobilize watu, na watu wana swing into action. Genesis wanafanya kazi. Kwa hivyo ndilo jambo ambalo na emphasize hapa ni kwamba hawa vijana yes wanatumia technology kubadilisha, kwa sababu information is a key thing. Kwa hiyo maneno yote walikuwa, sisi wakati wetu tulikuwa hatuna information. Tunasikia ndugu akisema ya kwamba radio tu peke yake, ukikoza tu radio ile kiboko utakula, ukikimbia ukiona unaenda kwa mama na anakuchapa na kuambia mbona unaguza radio ya baba yako. Lakini saa hii mimi niko kwa nyumba, mtoto wangu akiguza simu alafu ni mchape, ile kukosana na mama yake, hata utashangaa. Unafikiria umeua ume siku, hata mama yake hataki. Anasema kama hutaki kumpatia, wacha nimpatie yangu. And you don't know what the child is watching. So on Gen Z, mimi nitasema in Africa, Kenya ikiwa capital city ya Africa, ile ambayo imezaa hawa Gen Z ambao wameonekana wakiwa juu, ninaweza sema ya kwamba hii itaendelea. Lakini kile nataka niwaambie Gen Z ya kwamba wakati ule when you approach hii kitu kwa njia ambayo si sawa, kwa sababu unajua inatakana ukianza kitu uanze vile utaanza na vile utamaliza. When you approach ndio, lakini kuenda kumaliza ikaonekana hakuna vile watamaliza. Sasa it is good hii revolution yenye inaenda hii ya kutafuta. Niliona kuna kitu walikuwa wameshika, lakini mwisho wakapotea. Walikuwa wanafuata mtu, wanataka wajue huyu ni president, wanataka wajue watoto wake, kama ako na bibi wawili, kama ako na nyumba, kama ako na nini na amebeba nini. Watoke hapo waende kwa magavana. Huyu governor kama shaikuwa na scandal, umfuate. Yani kitu kama hiyo, unaona hiyo ilikuwa ingeleta change.
But you see,
yes,
there is data protection and privacy. You know, this thing, it was used, they were invading people's private life. Can you just focus on and you know, this, when you use this social media constructively, then you can make good nini, you can harvest much from it. Imagine you know, a whole women rep, she's being monitored, how many men she's going with, the lodging she went, and they're putting, and you know, you have children, and internet never forgets.
Internet never forgets.
Internet never forgets. Your children are growing up and they'll be pumping into those pictures. Yeah. And another thing, we need to differentiate something, punishment and discipline. So when you talk of beating, that is more of punishment. And you know, punishment doesn't bring much results.
True.
Yes. So maybe on some other time we shall talk about discipline and modeling. Yeah, you can continue, Pastor.
Nilikuwa namalizia tu kusema kwamba mmesikia vile ndugu amesema ya kwamba ndio hii kitu iwe creative. Ya kwamba tuna approach kitu fulani, tunataka kujua uko ni gani, lakini privacy, unaona vitu kama hiyo sasa tunaingilia mambo ya watu mpaka
mambo ya ndani.
Sio ndio maneno ambayo inafanya mpaka wanasema hapana. Let us regulate this thing. Na even today kwani nimeona wakisema they want to regulate hii maneno ya mitandao nini. For me, surely today ninaweza sema ya kwamba kuna vitu nyingi ambazo zinapostiwa kwa mitandao. Na Gen Z wengi sana ndio wako kwa mitandao. Ningesema apart from mambo mengine ya kufinya wa Kenya na nini, lazima kuwe na calculation kidogo, kwa sababu vitu nyingi zenye watu wanapost ndio ni content, lakini unapata mtu ameweka nudes kwa ninio, na sometimes una scroll uko kwa Facebook, at least unaangalia ile kitu ambayo inatendeka, ujue ni nini nimefanyika leo. Unapata mtu ameweka kitu hapa, hata unashtuka uko kwa matatu na wewe ni pastor, unashangaa mtu amekuja, unaona mambo imekuwa sasa unashindwa,
ama uko na mtoto unaangalia,
ama uko na mtoto. So at least Gen Z wataendelea sawa, lakini pia wawe na ile control. Wakiwa na ile control na discipline vile umesema ndugu yangu, hii kitu inaweza grow, hata wao wanaweza ongoza na wata lead. Okay. Lakini wakienda na mbio ile ambayo haina proportion na nini, naona inaweza
yeah, so
I have a friend of mine anaitwa Edgar Lusiki. Okay. I'm sure he's going to watch this. After Form 4 Life, there is a program we run. So one day he came to step in to train our young people who had just graduated from Form 4 on freedom and leisure. Then he said, speed, direction is more important than speed.
And speed.
Yes. There is some bumps that we need on the road just to calm them. They can go so very fast without knowing exactly where they are going, as just he puts it.
Okay. Yeah, so we all agree that this internet has both positives and negatives.
Very true.
But what we need to focus on is the positives so that we are getting much from this internet. I want to shift a bit and talk about youth and elections. In Kenya, we've seen that most youth do not vote. I want to get your views. Now that internet has come, but the internet has been so rampantly used in Kenya, maybe from the year 2022 to 2025. That is when most youth are now active online. And maybe it's because of the introduction of some companies that are lending phones and you're paying in installments. That enables people to have phones and as a result to be connected to the internet.
Yeah.
Now, even drawing from 2022 elections, we saw the number of youth who voted were very few. Do you think in the coming elections, we shall experience the same thing? Or do you think that there will be a change in how now elections will be conducted with the influence or the impact of youth? Maybe we'll start with Valentine.
The problem with we youth, we are impatient. So the moment we shall enter to the polling station or polling centers, you find that the line is huge. You just say, wacha niende nyumbani nitarudi baadaye. Ama inafika ile wakati wa kupiga kura, sisi tunadoa tu hapo kwa njia. Tukisema wacha ningoje Valentine anipea 50 bob, wacha ningoje Dunn anipea 50 bob. So ikifika ile wakati unataka kupiga kura, unapata wakati umesunguka tu, umesahau ile jambo la kupiga kura. So youth, we need to reason up. Tujue this is our time. Na tukireason up, we do a very very important decision. Unajua tunaweza kuwa tunakimbia kutoka huku tukienda huku, at the end turudi tu pale pale. So mimi maoni yangu, unless tufanye hamasisho kamili ndio tuongezeke, lakini tutarudi tu pale pale. Tutachukulia mfano next week tuko na election pale Malava na tuko na ingine kule Mbeere, Makarini, Banisa na huko Ugunja na Kabuchai na huko hata Kisa, there are many of them. Tutachukua hesabu tuone vile vijana wamepiga kura kule ndio ikue kielelezo. Utashangaa sana, utapata wamama na wengi kuliko vijana.
Okay, because why I'm saying this is because we are trying to bring, or we are trying to see some changes in the IEBC in terms of technology. And there is, of course, ICT plays a very crucial role in elections. And we've seen, and all of us can attest, that internet or technology has really grown in Kenya. And that's why I'm asking, with this influence of social media and internet, do you think we shall see the same things recur from 2022 to this coming election? Or will we have a change from 2024 happenings and 2025 happenings? Maybe, Director.
If I may just add something.
Yes.
When you say you are leaderless, you are tribeless. You cannot be, you should belong at a point where you have someone that gives direction. So mobilization, where we mobilize kwako, we are mobilized kwako. The Gen Z on the social media and the media community, we need to appoint someone who will be giving a direction. Kwa sababu wewe utapeana mwelekeo wako na umeingiliwa na wanasiasa wengine. So that issue kusema we are leaderless.
But when you say you are leaderless, how comes there will be another person coming in to influence?
You see, when you don't have a direction, when you don't have a plan, every plans, they are being planned. And those plans, the resolution are being spearheaded by a leader. Yeah.
Okay, so can I get some clarity on this youth leader?
When you're talking
No,
about
when I've just remembered youth leader is someone else in Kenya, but it's okay. Don't take it like.
And remember, he's in Dubai now as we speak.
Are there allegations, or
No,
we
not
may want to go to there? Okay, director.
I'll have to throw in a word. You see, when we look at the changes, like the kind of mobilization we had for reject financial bill, to me, it started pointing on some few things, and I believed that when it comes to 2027, these young people, actually it has been stamped that young people never vote. So I thought these young people are now going to vote to bring the change, because there is no way you can bring change far away from the ballot. Because the person, I love this young man from the name is Going. He said that our representative, that is MCA, MPs, are the mean of the electorates. So if your MPs are full, then it means the people in that constituencies are fools, because it is a fool who chooses a fool. And now, with this generation, most of them have been to university, colleges, like you see, unlike the other generation. Now, most of these young people on streets, all over social media, most of them are schooled. So, behind my mind, I was thinking now that these people are thinking they have gone to school, they should go get votes, and now come bring the change they want. Are you seeing that? Do the correct decision on the ballot. And unfortunately, I realized that they make a lot of noise on the social media, but they don't go to apply for
IDs.
IDs. They have them, but for
voter
registration cards, they are not. So recently I was challenging them. Now, which change do you want if you can't go and make the change on the ballot? Because the change is made on the ballot. And unless election is rigged, our parliamentarians, our elected leaders, we are the one who chose them. If they are bad, then you must go and make the correct decision. Just on the same wavelength, I saw something recently when they reconsidered the IEBC, and now they now started registering for new voters. A very intelligent Kenyan went and developed an application that you can register as a voter using your phone. I think now that's what you are talking about.
Yes.
That's the direction we should go. As long as they can provide maximum security that this thing cannot be hacked or anything, then just take your phone, just as you can register on any of this website, create an account, and cast a vote. So your ID number, you scan all those things. They put their features to move to the next step, verify yourself as a voter, take a face scan, it is compared with the ID. Are you seeing that?
They
then
do the biometrics.
The biometrics, you put it on your screen, it scans, then you are an authentic person, then you cast a vote. Then that one is going to be even more easier for everybody. We'll not have so many people, and even the cost of election is going to go down.
It's going to drop.
Are you seeing that? Because today we have a lot of connectivity.
Yes.
President has supplied free internet, or internet is simply cheap. Yeah, there are these internet providers. You just need 10 bob, then it gives you unlimited 2 hours on air.
True.
Then you can do a lot of stuff. Go, vote, wait, and when you vote, it's transmitted directly. Are you seeing that?
Yes.
So if we can reach to that level of technology, then we are good.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that is vision 24. That is vision 2045.
45 or 50.
Why are you saying that?
Because,
That can happen even in
No,
2026.
this thing was there and it was shared.
You see, it was shared.
Uh,
But remember, even at the USA, we call it the superpower countries. They have tried that thing. They have failed. Since 2013, the opposition have been asking about the issue, open the server. If opening the server is a problem, then we start registering online and voting online. We shall have a lot of chaos with the issue of AI. We shall have a lot of chaos. Let us prepare ourselves well. before we reach at that point. That is a very good idea, by the way, and it will be free costly. You just do your things when you are at home.
These things are working in other countries, by the
But
way.
In Kenya,
Okay, in
and
Kenya,
Africa,
maybe with anyway, I don't know. Let me not comment on that.
Asante. Niongezee kitu kusema ya kwamba mambo na youth na mambo ya kupiga kura na Gen Zs. Unajua at some time mimi huwa naangalia nauliza, wewe una kuongea sana ndio utaongea? By the way, mimi sipingi Gen Z, ni ndugu zetu, ni watoto wetu, na mimi nawapenda kwa sababu wanafika mahali wanaona by the way hapa tunanyanyaswa, hapa hatuko sawa, hapa hatuendi sawa. Na pia ile sauti ya watu wengi inafanya mambo yanasikika mbali. Lakini sasa kama vile ndugu zangu wamesema, you want change. And that change starts with you, where you are. Go from your comfort zone, get out from there, go register as a voter so that when it comes in 2027 or 2032, vote for someone you prefer to be the candidate you prefer. But now, being on social media 24/7, kusema ya kwamba one term, two term, one term, two term. You know, one term or two term, kabla hujaenda kuregister as a voter, na hata yule shosho mwenye ako pale nyumbani na yule kukaa, yeye yuko pale, yeye anaelewa tu chenye atafanya. Ni mtu mzima anaelewa. But wewe mwenye unaelewa zaidi na unasoma na uko na teknolojia kufundisha kwambia huyu hivi na hivi afanye vizuri. Then uchukue muda wako, enda uregister, ukae na kura yako. Hiyo kura yako ndio inaweza fanya nini? Ilete change kwako ama ikuangamize kabisa. Kwa hivyo youth wala ambao mnaniangalia sasa, mimi nawaambia ya kwamba ile shida ambayo wewe uko nayo hiyo haiwezi solviwa na kuongea, haiwezi solviwa na kuandamana. Kuandamana ni sheria tu ambayo imewekwa, mtu taandamana, lakini kuandamana kule kwa muhimu ni kuchukua kura yako, uende uweke pale kwa ballot, ihesabiwe na utapata ile haki yako ambayo unataka.
And by the way, if these young men who are watching us, they can simply go and register as a voter, and when the day for election comes, they go vote. And they be there as they were on the street with the cameras and everything. I'm sure nobody's going to steal anybody's vote.
Yes.
They are their own security. Are you seeing that? This is the change we want. Cast a vote. And when they are now tallying with your phone online and you are counting one, this is who's one. Are you seeing that? And you see, you can, and during the transmission, these people already have this data. Are you seeing that? So when they tell you that, our vote doesn't count, and that is now the lethargy we have, if they are just in apathy, they don't want to vote, but they want change. So the question is, where is the change without election? Only change without election can only happen at your household. Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah,
I support.
Na pia to add something, kuna kitu mimi nataka niulize. If really Gen Z wako serious, then kwa nini wasiandikishe chama? Waseme kwamba hii ni chama ya Gen Z. Then wale Gen Z wengine wale wanaona ya kwamba wamesoma, wanaweza fanya kwa ICT nini, wasimame kwa hiyo chama. Ikifika hapo unapata kuna Gen Z fulani amepigiwa kura, amepita, huyo atakuwa ni mbunge wa mahali fulani, atakuwa ni MC wa mahali fulani. But in reality utapata ikifika wakati huo Gen Z yeye amekuwa convinced na mtu ambaye amekaa kwa siasa miaka 25 ya kwamba nataka wewe usupport mimi. Yes, utamsupport, lakini wewe hatima yako iko wapi? So it is good pia ikifika mahali wakiona ni kuna ugumu mahali, they can register. Waseme kwamba sisi tumeunda vile umesema sahi hapa ya kwamba kuna hospitali. And in Kenya Gen Z wakitaka kujenga hospitali, it is a matter of even 1 week. Pesa tu ukiambia watoto hawa tumeni pesa kila mtu 100. 1 week.
They already started in that. The person who initiated that idea initiated the idea, and in less than 1 hour they had already 6 million. So let me just add up and say something. We complain that campaigning is very costly.
True.
When we have these gadgets. Are you seeing that? And it is anticipated that in the next election, we are going to have like 20 million voters. And of the 20 million voters, I am convinced that more than a half of the voters will be young people. Will be young people.
True.
When you have a social media, there is a lot of rallies, campaigns. Why can't we sell our manifestos? we tell you that we don't want your money. We wake up that day, we go cast our vote, and by then I'm just waiting for 2027 election to see our national parliament with more than a half of parliamentarians who are Gen Zs. Same to county assemblies. More than half of the MCs, Gen Zs.
Same to
And
governors.
this, yes, same to governors and even the president. I'll be a very high person to see our president 35 years. And you see the beauty, and you see the beauty about this thing, like you see even during the Gen Zs demonstration, a police officer who is got on camera shooting a demonstrator who is not armed, just with a phone and a handkerchief or a national flag. They just pick your registration number and all your details is already on the internet. So you don't need IPO to come and start investigating. No, the police officer who showed this is this guy. This is the registration number, service number. This is the time he was recruited. This is the years he has been in the service. So you see the kind how information travels. It is so fast. We have engineers, lawyers, accountant, economists, health professionals. They can give a lot of information without having anybody to come and pay. You see how they volunteer information. So it's now a challenge to us, young men, Gen Zs. We are now millennials, we are elder brothers. Go vie for these positions. Let us reduce this narrative of somebody must be given money for him or her to be voted for. This is how we lose our money. And you can do a campaign on social media without traveling on the roof of the vehicles.
True.
Yes.
Yeah. So it is true. Internet plays a very important role in our elections, and we hope to see a difference in these 2027 elections with the rise of AI and the technology that we have. And as we've said, let me look at you. As we've said, change will only come through the ballot. And if you're not a registered voter, you will not bring that change. So stop yapping online, take your ID, go to the nearest IEBC office and register as a voter. And let us see these changes coming in 2027. That is the only way we can make change without even force or many problems like riots and protests. We let's say 5 days away from by-elections, and we have by-elections in many constituencies and wards where we need to elect these leaders. But out of those constituencies or areas that will have these by-elections, we have, let me say, 2 which are like they are seen all over. Malava is just right here.
Our neighbors.
In fact, it's our neighboring constituency.
Yeah, sure.
And we've seen a lot is going on there. And it's like in every news we see Malava, and then you see Mbeere North, then Malava, Mbeere North. I want us to look at these 2 constituencies. Parties are trying to, every party is pulling to their side. In Malava, UDA is pulling to its side. But again, DAPK, it's also pulling to its side. When you look at Mbeere, DCP is trying to pull on its side, and UDA is also trying to pull on its side. What are you making out of these 2 constituencies? Because it's like the government and the united opposition is trying to measure how strong they are. What are we going to expect? Who is going to win? And will we have the youth bringing a change in these 2 constituencies? Let me start from Valentine.
Okay. About the 2 constituencies, there is what we call political supremacy battle between the 2 parties. My surprise is that I was expecting one of the GNC. We have that mvuto. Lakini ukiangalia kwa eneo bunge zote mbili hakuna GNC hata mmoja. Na hakuna ule ubabe wenye tungekuwa sasa tunaangalia ubabe wa GNC na serikali ama na opposition. Lakini ukiangalia kwa viongozi wote ambao wanapigiwa upato hakuna jini, they are the same monkeys. Vile unasemanga the same monkeys, msitu ni tofauti lakini yeah. So kitu ambayo kinafanyika pale Malava, unajua kulingana na historia, watu wa Malava wamekuwa kupiga kura zao na uangalifu kabisa. Starting from the Soita Shitanda, the late Malu, both of them are the late Malu Injendi. So ni ile tu serikali inataka kujua iko na ushawishi Western. Ile tu ni kujipima nguvu, kujua tu tuko na ushawishi. Tukipoteza huku na huku tunaweza pata kura. Ndio kitu yenye inaenda kufanya nini? Tarehe 27 kuna kitu inaenda kufanyika. Is either the end of opposition in the entire Kakamega County or the raising of opposition in an entire Kakamega County. The same to Mbere, this is the war between two brothers, our former DP and the current DP. Kila mtu anataka kuonyesha
outsmart
kila mtu anataka kuonyesha mimi ndio kingpin. Sasa ndio kitu ambacho kinaendelea pale Mbere. You know, Kindiki akipoteza itakuwa ngumu. Kwa sababu unajua kutoka Mbere North mpaka Tharaka Nithi is just 100 bob. In fact ukipitia hapo kwa vichorochoro unatembea mguu.
Ni kitu tunasema ni kama ultimate test. Your boss has put you on ultimate test.
Sasa ndio hivyo.
You know, if you fail, vile anasema if you fail, kuna max
inapunguzwa. So kwa hivyo ile tu ni ile ushawishi. Ndani anataka kushawishika. Na pia for information, umeona nani amekaa huko kwa sababu ameona pia vitu si rahisi vile amekuwa akifikiria. Our former DP. Kwa sababu alikuwa akuja Malava jana. But vitu kwa ground ile pia DP ameenda huko pia zimefanya nini? Zimeanza kubadilika. Kwa sababu unajua huko kuna kuanga na yani watu naongea maneno ya Mbere kwa sababu si ya Malava, kwa sababu nimekaa the entire Embu County for the last 6 to 7 years huko. Nimesomea huko. Tumekuanga na ile uvutano wa Mbere, wa Tharaka na wa Embu. Sasa vile amefika huko amepata, tunasemanga politics is local. So ile ukusanyiko wa Mbere na wa Tharaka na Embu umekuwa tofauti. So huko pia siku rahisi, na pia former DP anajua akipoteza ataenda kwa meza United Opposition kusema mimi ndio kingpin.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see the sense.
So
yes.
So lazima hata yeye apate Malava ndio kienda kwa ile opposition aseme si unaona mimi ndio. Unajua chama si chake ya DCP. Si DCP imesimama huko, ni chama cha DP, Democratic Party ya former Attorney General and the former Speaker Muturi. So pia Kashako alijua siku rahisi, ndio maana kwa the draw candidate sake. Unajua in a way hata akipoteza pia is just he has not lost anything because chama chake akiko huko. Pia pia the former speaker ndio atakuwa na uzito kwenda kwa tebe kwa sababu hiyo kiti inatoka ina ubongo lake. Yeah.
Okay. Marvin, what do you think about that?
Recently I saw one of our parliamentarians saying that for you to discuss professional matters, you need at least to hold a degree.
They are trying to bring out that thing.
Yeah, and I know it is in China, which is a very good thing because we have a lot of baseless misinformation. So this one is a very unprofessional point of view. I'm not a political analyst like my brother here. He speaks like a political analyst. But from understanding, all human beings are politicians. Yeah, even pastor is a politician. So, from my personal point of view, they are writing a new political formation. It's being written today, especially, and the by-elections that you are seeing, they'll be used as a weighing scale to know who has a say. Because in politics is a game of numbers. Yes, if you don't have numbers, you don't have to say anything. If you have numbers, even if you don't have money, you can make a lot of noise and people are going to listen to you. Are you seeing that? Yeah, and why is Mbere and Kakamega on spot? Number one, we have an wounded lion, the other side. And here, we have two men at the center of the government. That is our chief minister, yeah,
PSS, Musalia
Prime
Mudavadi.
Cabinet Secretary.
prime cabinet secretary, and we have the speaker of National Assembly. And you see, for them to remain the formation to remain relevant in the next government, they need to deliver the
The
two
Malava
areas.
seat.
They need to deliver Malava to the government, and the deputy president need to assure the boss that the mountain is still intact and I can still bring you the votes. That is why those two areas are very hot. Are you seeing that? And also here in especially, when you go to Trans Nzoia, Natembe is very strong. When you come to Bungoma, Wetangula is very strong. When you go to Vihiga, Musalia is very strong. But in Kakamega here, there is a void. So, now that the mountain is shaky, and the president knows that this mountain is shaky and is not likely to enjoy the masses he enjoyed in the previous election, then he has to Nyanza inapembelezwa. Are you seeing that? Now, if you can get some Kakamega County as a block, are you seeing that? Then he's going to enjoy the right. But as he says, in politics like a bet, there is no one who is sure that I'm going to win unless they already have a scheme to steal election. Yeah.
Okay, I can see it's like a weighing scale. Okay, Mubiri, you have something to say about it? Or?
Yeah, nitaongelea kidogo because my brother has told us that everybody or everyone is a politician on his own way.
I was very careful to ask you that.
So but maybe one day, unajua usiseme ati it cannot happen. Being a Mubiri doesn't mean me to be a politician.
No, you are a politician. You trumping the heavens agenda on earth to get members. That qualifies to be a politician.
So nampinga shetani tumfuate Mungu, si ndio?
Exactly.
Kile naweza sema kidogo tu kuhusu mambo ya politics ambayo umesema ya kwamba Malava na Mbeere imekuaje, yani inaonekanaje kwa spotlight kama ni mahali ambapo president ameweka mkono sana. What I can tell you is this, you know very well that the former MP, the late MP for Malava, Malulu Njendi, was in government through ANC. So from ANC, ANC was folded and then wakaingia UDA. So it is like hiyo kiti huyu mke alikuwa ni wangu na mimi namuona bado yuko hapo na bado yuko kwa market. So siwezi poteza huyu mke ati nimpoteze kwa sababu ya ABCD. Now, you know, hii kiti ya Malava ndio ipotezwe, waiache, itakuwa ni vigumu sana. You know, for a government to lose such a seat, na nilikuwa ni ya muhimu sana Kakamega County. You know, ukiangalia Kakamega County, by the way, do you know Malava iko highly populated? Yeah. Malava iko juu.
Is the biggest constituency,
yeah, biggest
in terms of population and size.
Sasa Malava iko na kura nyingi sana. So hii Malava ikiachiliwa in the hands of opposition, vile unaona mambo inaenda, itakuwa ni kazi ngumu sana kwa president kwenda pale tena kwenda kutoa kura hapo nyingi vile alitoa huko wakati ule. The same inaweza happen to kule Mbeere, but kule Mbeere pia siwezi zungumzia ya huko sana kwa sababu siko huko, but the only thing we know is that the DP anatoka kule Mount Kenya ambako ni Tharaka na Mbeere ni constituency ambazo zinapakana, si ndio? So ni lazima kwa capacity ya DP afanye hima, afanye bidii, adeliver hiyo kiti. Kwa sababu wasipo deliver pia watakuwa wanamuhei, wanasema sasa hapa kama uwezi deliver kiti ndogo kama hii, kumaanisha hapa tukienda mbele inatakana pia hapa tutengeneze maneno. Hiyo ni maoni tunapeana. Sisemi anaweza tolewa weke mtu mwingine. But in reality, the same way my brother has talked here, ni kwamba Western region sasa ndio imebaki ngome. Na hii narrative yenye imekuweko, nimesikia watu wakisema Western watu hawako. No, hii kitu mimi naona ni kama kulikuwa kumefanywa kitu fulani. Watu wanasema Western region watu hawapigi kura. Kuna kura nyingi zilikuwa zinapigwa, na pia kuna wengine pia vile tumesikia tukiongea wanasema ikifika wakati wa kura wanasema bora mimi mtu amenipotea chakula mimi nimeweka kwa mfuko imeisha. But hapa Malava na huko mbele hapo ni ngome ya president ambayo ikimponyoka itakuwa imemletea injury kubwa sana akielekea 2027. Vile unaona United Opposition wameanza kujipanga pande hii na government wako pande hii. Sasa saa hii shaping ya government na opposition imeanza. Kwa hivyo ikifika wakati huo, kama watapoteza hii itakuwa ngumu. Kama watapoteza hiyo itakuwa ngumu. Kwa hivyo kwa government it is a must, tu wanasema lazima hii kitu tufanye nini? Tushinde. Thank you.
Okay. So guys, I think we've discussed much. We may not finish all today, but at least we've covered a number of topics, and all of them related to the youth, because we believe also youth are going to bring a change in these by-elections. And we hope and pray that even in these constituencies we are talking about, the youth have registered as voters and that they will go and vote in a person whom they feel is going to bring change. But a bigger change is coming in 2027, and that's why we are asking you to go and register as voters and to go and vote when the time for voting will be ripe. Now, I want to give you each 30 seconds or 1 minute to give your closing remarks, and then we'll be done with the Uncle Dunn show for today. So let me start with Valentine.
For now, thank you for listening.
Move closer to your microphone.
For now, thank you for listening. Na pia ni himizo, nimekuwa nikiangalia vile watu wamekuwa wakijiregister kama wapiga kura. Vijana wenzangu, himizo ni tujitokeze kwa wingi, tushike kura. Kwa sababu kulingana na utaratibu wa IBC kufikia last week, tumejiregister watu 20,000 peke yake. So
the youth. Ama wote.
Okay. The entire nation. So tujitokeze, tushike kura, tuende mbele.
Okay.
Bye for now.
All right. Thank you so much, Valentine. Marvin?
I want to go back to life after Form 4. Dear parents, pastors, administration, our political leaders, young men have come to our communities. Let us model them well. Many lives, many destinies, lots of purposes are lost during this period of time. Young men who are listening to me, next year we'll be having Life After Form 4 seminar. Maybe through Uncle Dunn's show, we shall communicate. But do something constructive with that phone. There is online marketing. You can use your phone to do some transaction, some advertisement, and you make a living. Rather than watching football that doesn't benefit you, or watching silly things on the internet. When I say silly things, you know exactly what I mean. Make good use of that stuff. There's a lot of information on the internet. Go learn. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, Marvin. Mhubiri?
Yeah, asante sana. Langu tu ningependa kusema ya kwamba imekuwa ni siku nzuri kuzungumza na nyinyi, na tunaelekea msimu wa Christmas. Mimi ninataka kuzungumza na wazazi. Mimi ni mchungaji. Tutakuwa na mambo mengi. Tutakuwa na kwaya na entertainment nyingi ambazo zitakuweko. Mzazi, hakikisha unaelewa mtoto wako yuko wapi. Hakikisha mtoto akitoka akuelezee vizuri ameenda wapi, kwa sababu nowadays mambo yamebadilika. Akienda kanisa akuelezee vizuri nimeenda kanisa fulani na tutakaa huko kwa muda fulani, tutatoka huko kwa muda fulani. Na watoto wale ambao mnaniangalia pia, tafadhali kuweni na discipline. Discipline inaanzia hata kwa mavazi. Jamani, mavazi ambao unavaa, wacha ikuwe mavazi ndio unaweza vaa venye unataka, because it is your choice. But pia angalia community, wazee wako ndani, mzee unampita na angalia paka anashindwa hata mahali pa kuangalia. Jamani, tuvae vizuri, at least decent kidogo, ile kitu ambayo inaweza tembea mbele ya wazee. Hiyo nyingine vaa ukienda happy zako huko mbali, lakini ukitembea tembea kwa njia mzuri, tuwe disciplined. At least tukimaliza hii ninio Christmas, tukianza next year January, bado tunawahitaji kama watoto wetu. Tusiwapoteze katika ajali, katika madawa ya kulevya na vitu mingi, pombe na nini. Tafadhali kuweni disciplined, tusherekee vizuri, na wazazi pia kaeni na watoto vizuri. Muwapatie shughuli za kufanya pia, nao washikike, at least tukae nao vizuri. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. I want to give you thanks for accepting to be on this show today. for honoring our invitation. And guys, so we've been with these three gentlemen, Valentine Lutsiba, who is our political analyst. We've had Marvin Madegwa, who is the executive director for Heart for Youth Connect, and Mhubiri Makatu, who is an opinion leader. And we've had some good time. We hope that this video has been of great value to you. And if that is the case, please make sure to like this video and also to subscribe to this channel for more podcasts and more conversations like this one. If you have a specific topic you would like us to cover, please make sure to drop us a comment. We'll be very glad to read that comment and we will respond by a podcast. This has been Uncle Dan Show. My name is Uncle Dan. If you do not know me, you can search on all platforms Uncle Dan on YouTube, TikTok, X, Instagram, and what have you, and follow us for these very shows. Otherwise, we hope to see you in our next show. And until then, please make sure to like and subscribe for more. Peace.